to infinity and beyond.
What's up, everybody? It's Roger and James here with Infinity and Beyond, presented by DisKingdom.com and DisKingdom.com. In this episode, we're going to be talking about LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, all the lovely new juicy news that we got from E3. A number of different characters got revealed, including Agent Venom, Medusa, and Lockjaw. There was plenty of new gameplay footage shown off because there was 3 different live streams that Warner Bros. Were putting on. They put on like massive epic. It shows that they had a big enough lineup that they could actually do that and show off the characters a bit. So Arthur Parsons was kind of popping up all of them along with Bill from Marvel Games. They were also popping up on other people's live streams, and they've been doing some battles and stuff. They got some YouTubers in like Blitzwinger. I definitely kind of come out of E3 thinking I think they really did a good job of selling the whole LEGO branding, because it wasn't just LEGO Marvel, it was LEGO Worlds. They threw a bit of Dimensions in there, and they were also doing like Shadow of Mordor and Injustice, so they've got quite a range of games. But I thought they've come out of this kind of giving us quite a good sort of shot. I think they even picked up a number of awards like Best Family Game as well for LEGO Marvel, so generally it seemed like a good E3 for them.
I think so, with the exception of LEGO Dimensions, which of course is still apparently on its last legs with Wave 9 coming out. I mean, they didn't announce anything new for that, so we have to assume that is probably the end. But that's what made LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2 so important, was them coming out and saying, hey, look, we're not stuck in the restrictive space that LEGO Dimensions is creating for us. Look at all the cool stuff we can put into it. And I think that worked.
Yeah, and one thing that I think that LEGO Dimensions has given us Marvel fans is we've now got all the multiplayer modes, that all the multi-level stuff that they brought in year 2 of LEGO Dimensions, of these arenas, is all coming to LEGO Marvel, and I think that is going to completely change how that, how much fun people can have in there as a family. I'm hoping in some ways that they do online, but I'm going to be surprised if they did it online. But the whole multiplayer arenas, and it literally just looked like they've just taken it straight out of LEGO Dimensions and popped it into Marvel. But I think it's a great idea.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a good idea. It was a good idea when Infinity conceived of it, not when they executed it, but when they conceived of it. It was one of the highlights of year 2 for LEGO Dimensions. I think this is a great move for him. Plus, it adds to the longevity of the title, because you could conceivably, as long as you can set up the opponents as bots, which I'm assuming you can, you could just be like, all right, today we're going to have Spider-Man 2099 fight his way through the Avengers, and just for fun.
It's definitely good. I think again, it's just good basic combat. They've, instead of like in Dimensions you had to kind of grab these different items, in the Marvel one they are going to be Infinity Stones, so you grab one of them and that allows like a super boost power of the mind one makes you basically press up, it goes down, and it's what they did in Dimensions and stuff. But again, I thought that was a nice easy bonus stage that will boost up LEGO Marvel Superheroes with something that they've created. They've got the code, it's just changing it around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is the proper sequel to LEGO Marvel Superheroes 1 from several years ago, so all they have to do is make it better than that.
Also, they showed off the new hub world. I can't think of the name of it. It's like
Hogwarts?
No, it's this massive, great, big open world hub where all the different universes are all combining. So it's like, so you've got like New York. You've also got was it Kung Lao from Iron Fist? You've got Asgard. You've got the Gladiator Arena. You've got Nor. It's just all these different words, because basically the main villain Krang. Yeah, not the main villain from Ninja Turtles. So then they sort of bring them all into one big world, and you can just like roam around. It is their biggest hub ever. It is massive. There's loads of stuff to do in there. They showed off different gameplay of a number of different characters. The whole thing, they seem to be having a lot of fun with this time dimension hopping. I think that's really kind of freed them up to have a lot of fun aspects and bring all the different costumes in. It kind of feels like LEGO Dimensions for Marvel. That's basically how this game is feeling, in terms of that you almost feel like LEGO Dimensions go, the rules aren't there, we can break it, we can do what we want. And they went, it'd be great if we could do this with Marvel. Well, let's just do it. And that's basically how it feels. And it kind of works.
It does, and I think getting rid of the actual physical portal, as weird as it sounds to say that for a podcast that was built all around Disney Infinity and whatnot, getting rid of the portal was probably the best thing that they could do, and Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is going to benefit from all of the knowledge that they picked up from Dimensions, all of the knowledge that they picked up from the previous, regular Lego titles, Marvel Superheroes and Lego Avengers, and also the Batman titles, and hopefully from Force Awakens, because that was a very good Lego title a couple years back. Yeah, I mean, it really does feel like they're putting their best effort into this to remind people that, Dimensions didn't quite do what we said it would do, didn't quite do the way we wanted to do it. But hey, look, you remember, we do know how to make games. We do know how to make really good games. So
this one looks good.
I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean, they also kind of showed us new trailers and new content coming to Lego Worlds, which I think they are still very committed to making that game a platform. You can get the base game really cheap, but all the extra DLC and stuff, it would not surprise me if next year we started seeing character packs and stuff thrown into that game as well, because I think they're looking at that as a platform rather than a they're going to make the money off of add-ons rather than through the main core game. But that's looking pretty fun as well. But generally, again, a good E3 for them. I'm expecting, with the game out in November, I think we will very easily see a demo in November as well, because they've done it with previous games, because it tends to work for kids. But no, I think this is shaping up to be a very good game. I think San Diego Comic-Con will be our next batch of information, because Arthur's going to that, so I suspect they'll be revealing more characters. I mean, the amount of rosters they've got, you can imagine they're just going to start weaning out character after character after character every week. They could probably get to November and still have loads left.
I mean, considering the roster sizes we've seen in the previous Lego games, they could probably announce a character a day between now and launch, and they'd still have characters left over.
The fact that they've chucked in Medusa and Lockjaw just says to me, well, all the Inhumans are coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see Karnak. We're going to see Black Bolt. We'll probably even see guys like Maximus and whatnot. So, and
especially with the that sort of /TV series /movie thing coming out this winter, it makes sense to do it. But no, generally a great E3 from them. Definitely kind of one of the one of those things with E3. I think because it started on Saturday, by the time all the that weird thing of when the actual event took place, you're sitting there going, but we've had all the announcements were before E3, and of course then E3 just become about people playing the games that were there, and obviously it was open to the public for the first time. But yeah, it was a big long week, and it was kind of quite nice because we kind of had different days for different games. Star Wars had the Saturday, Kingdom Hearts had the Sunday. I think Monday was Tuesday was Marvel versus Capcom, and then Lego was just able to keep topping up. But just generally good E3 all around.
Yeah, I can't complain. I think Warner Brothers in general had a good E3. Shadow of War, of course, is still my number one excited game for the year, and this is one of their titles. But Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, I know it's weird to say both of those in the same sentence, but Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is definitely high on my list. The only disappointment I still have about this is that the Switch version is coming later, because I think this is a perfect game for the Switch, but I want to get it when it comes out.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting it probably for PC or one of the consoles, but not Switch because it's not going to be available. No. Jerks.
On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. Let us know what you guys thought of E3's Lego Marvel Superheroes. Love to know your thoughts on that. James, where can they find you?
HeroicLegacy.com, where I love talking about Marvel stuff.
Yes, and then you can also find me over at DisGaming.com and DisKingdom.com, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. We're also giving away a copy of Cars 3 Driven to Win on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, or also Nintendo Switch, so you can find that over at DisGaming.com/giveaway. On that note, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you guys soon. Later.